Alright, guys, welcome back again to the channel. So, an unfortunate report just came out from the camp, and it's the fact that the Super Eagles' arrival at the Uyo camp has been delayed, by a couple of hours because of a very unfortunate event that could have been worse. But we thank God for everything. Thank God for how he, you know, came in and saved the situation, saved the players, saved the Super Eagles contingencies that were in the aircraft. So this is the story. It was said that uh, they left Polokwane, and then the pilot was supposed to branch at the airport in Luanda, Angola, which was like the normal routine. He usually stops there, refuel the aircraft, and then takes off straight to Nigeria. So when he landed, refueled the airplane, and then took off again, while they were in midair, the pilot discovered that there was some crack, or there is a crack on the windshield of the airplane. And this looks very bad, as you can see from the picture on the screen. It's really, really bad. Only God knows what would have or could have happened if the pilot didn't see it and like proceeded with the trip, or if he saw it and just felt like, okay, let's just manage it or something like that. Only God knows what you know would have happened. But I thank God that uh, at the end of the day, nothing happened to the players and all of the other staff members. The pilot had to take a U-turn back to the Luanda airport in Angola to land safely first, and then made the emergency call for uh, the NFF to send in another private jet from Lagos. So obviously, this is a very uh, inappropriate news. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. Is I can't say if the jet is substandard or if it has low maintenance, but because it seems like the crack happened while they were in midair. It wasn't there initially, so maybe it was, I don't know, bird strike or whatever, whatever. But as I said, thank God for everything. Everybody's okay. Nobody was harmed. Nobody was injured in the process. So that's basically the little setback that the boys have. If not, they would have already been in camp, taking their rest now to come out tomorrow and continue with the preparation. So that's what's happening. NFF have been updated. So from their side, they want to send in another jet to pick the boys, straight into Nigeria. So they are coming into the country would be, I think, from tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we'll get to see uh, them in Nigeria. But for the Benin Republic side, obviously they've entered Uyo a few hours ago. We saw them. Saw a couple of media that was released showing that they have now landed safely in Uyo. Thank goodness for that one as well. But General Rohr obviously sighted walking, leaving the airport with his boys, and obviously they will get the best reception because we always know how to treat our opponents, our guests. In terms of the what's it called, the itinerary, the bus, the hotel, the whatever they need to feel relaxed and feel comfortable. So to be honest, I think they're having a head start. Everything is going really well for them. They decided to come into Nigeria very early, and it just shows you the seriousness in their hearts, in their mindset. They really want to go for it. They've already started going for it. Now they feel like they can literally hold the tip of that ticket, and they want to just tear it out from the slip and hold it tight. This is the mentality these guys have, and it's going to be a very, very tough game. It's it's not going to be like the first leg. It's going to be a different ball game entirely. But let me just step aside, guys, and talk about something else, which is obviously the routes or the two options that the Super Eagles have right now to qualify. Of course, I've been talking about it in a couple of previous videos, but I've seen this analysis from Super Eagles, the very, very reliable media that covers Super Eagles stories and updates, and they've obviously done some really good calculations here. They are experts, so I wanted to share it here with us on the channel, so that those of us who don't know, the permutation so far, or those of us who don't have the time to do the calculation, or who don't even know how to do the calculation, we can watch this or listen to it, and then maybe understand the chances or the routes that or the scenarios that the Super Eagles can qualify, the scenario that will play out on Tuesday, that you can say yes, Super Eagles qualified. So this is how it goes. In the Group C, as you all know, Benin Republic topping with 17 points, South Africa second place with 15 points, Nigeria third place with 14 points. Benin have plus 5 goals, South Africa plus 3 goals, Nigeria plus 3 goals. So Benin are topping in points and in goals, goal difference. So for that Tuesday game, the first option here, or the first route or first scenario, is that I'm just going to read it, but also display it on the screen, because it's very simplified the way that they wrote it. So scenario one says South Africa draw or lose against Rwanda and Nigeria beats Benin. The implication of it: a simple 1-0 win over Benin will earn Nigeria automatic qualification as group winners. However, things will not be as straightforward if they win but fail to keep a clean sheet. The outcomes: Super Eagles qualify if they concede but edge Benin by 2+ goals. This earns them a better goal difference over Benin. A 2-1 win for the Eagles will mean that the tiebreaker will be the yellow card/red card records of both teams in the competition. Benin pick automatic qualification if they score multiple goals and the Eagles only manage to edge them by a goal margin in Uyo. If it ends 3-2, 4-3, 5-4, that kind of a thing. So Benin will qualify in that scenario. So basically, what this scenario one is saying is that a simple 1-0 victory will see Nigeria qualify. And this is contrary to what we thought before, where, okay, we say we need 2 goals, 2-0 to qualify. But now we know that 1-0 is enough to qualify us. Why? Because if we win Benin Republic 1-0, then that will mean that we will now be tying points at 17 points. And then Benin will have -1 goal. Remember, they have plus 5 goals. So that's 1-0 that we won. Then will reduce their goal to 4 goals. And then we initially had plus 3 goals. So that our 1-0 that we used to win them will now make our goal tally to be 4. So it will now be 4 plus goals and 17 points each. But we'll qualify, or we'll edge them, because we kept a clean sheet at home, unlike Benin Republic, that conceded at their home in the first leg, where we played 2-1. So that is why a 1-0 victory is enough to qualify the Super Eagles. So it's very simple. It's very easy for us to qualify. Again, it has to still depends on South Africa losing or drawing against Rwanda. That is only when this is going to be applicable. So that is it. And then we'll go for scenario two. Scenario two is South Africa beats Rwanda. This scenario two is for playoff qualification. So if South Africa beats Rwanda and Nigeria beats Benin Republic in Uyo, the implication is Nigeria will finish second with 17 points. Tally will be cut down to 15 points when results against bottom place Zimbabwe are chalked off. Just as we said, the Eritrea effect. That's if when the Eritrea effect is being applicable, or is being applied, then Zimbabwe, being the last or bottom team in the group, will lose 2 points, because obviously we drew their 2 games. We drew home and away against Zimbabwe. So that is it. I hope you guys can follow what I'm saying. So the outcome of it is Nigeria can only make second round playoffs if at least 4 of the 6 countries, Burkina Faso, Niger, Uganda, then Group B second place, Group D second place, Group I second place, if all these 6 countries vying for the remaining spots do not win their last game. This is very hard. It's very difficult. That's why the playoff position is not what we need. It's very, very difficult to go through that side. Imagine 6 countries playing, and you're praying for at least 4 of these 6 countries to draw or lose their games, because if they win, then we will not make the playoff position. That's how it is. That's how tight the playoff position is. So I hope everyone understands this. This scenario one is very straight and plain. 1-0, and then South Africa loses or draws against their opponents, then Nigeria qualifies. As simple as that. So I just wanted to bring it here, guys, to debunk the initial news or initial rumor spreading that we need 3-0. We need as much as 3-0 to defeat them. The only time when it will be complicated is if Benin score us. If we concede it tomorrow, then we'll need two goal margin. Like if they score one, then we'll need three. If they score two, we'll need four. There has to be two goals difference in that match. We have to lead them by two goals pace at least if we concede. But if we don't concede, 1-0 is enough to actually go through, assuming South Africa draws or loses in their own match. So that's what I wanted to share here, guys. Thanks for sticking around to watch the video, of course. I'm just going to leave it here. Super Eagles of Nigeria, we hope that they get a quick response from the NFF, who obviously have been alerted. And as usual, we'll come back here tomorrow and talk about their safe trip and how well they've settled in the Uyo camp.